amazing world of ghosts.
This is Ghost Stories, where we shall dive deep into the cryptic anthems of our prophetic papacy, Philosophy Edition. Meliora is an album about the absence of God, and all the ways humanity tries to fill that God-shaped hole. Money, intoxication, devil worship, but this mysterious B-side, a beloved underground anthem to the most inquisitive of Ghost fans, seems to provide an answer to the Nietzschean question of the Meliora album. What kind of society comes after religion? Throughout Europe had been displaced by this secular notion of evolution. Nietzsche said that humanity would need to become our own gods. How the meaning of this song is about ghosts' hope for a bright future of society, a secular society aiming forever upwards. Starting with the basics, Zenith means pinnacle, apogee, the very best and highest point, like the top of a mountain or the crest of a wave. But the high point of what? If it is about leaving religion behind for a more humanistic, progressive philosophy, in general, history has been getting better and better, and if we can create a society that continues to improve, it will be a society whose high point, whose zenith, the end of the road, continuously fades over the horizon line as we move into the future. Better and better things become possible. I am not going to go too specific with the musicology, but I want to mention one important point. Each in this period of Ghost albums has one instrument which takes the forefront, giving each album a unique character. Infestissumam is keyboard-led, Meliora is led by the guitar, and Prequel by the piano. Zenith is a fascinating and unique song due to being from the Meliora era in its production style, its guitar tones, but the most prominent instrument, however, is actually the piano. In that regard, it forms a bridge halfway between Meliora and Prequel. So, with the overall themes that I have laid out, we should ask, is the world described by this song quite as promised? First, the lyrics. The lyrics boast of some achievements, conquering magic, counting stars, and deciphering clockwork. This all reflects the belief that the universe is simply mechanical and predictable, and human beings can figure out and comprehend it, manipulate it, control it. This is the philosophy of science itself. However, it is described as a farce, which I suppose means it is hubristic or disorganized, counterproductive perhaps, maybe it refers to some of the negative aspects of science, such as the invention of the atom bomb and so forth. Clinging to the light might refer to some people clinging onto religion. Perhaps a post-religious humanity clings to the light of morality and progress and goodness without any of the oppressiveness of past religions, separating the wheat from the chaff. Deluded by wisdom, the bringer of night seems like a warning that if we were to lose all morality under the hubris of the intellect, then the dark of night will extinguish the light that we cling to. And even in the chaos, it says, storms come on strong. So we know this transition from societies of faith into societies of rationalism will be a difficult time. Nietzsche said that too. Many would be seduced by the power-mongering machismo of fascism or the envious counterproductivity of communism. However, the change to a major key during the word strong highlights optimism that we can overcome the challenges. Ghost members have stated that they are intellectually atheists who were definitely around during the new atheist era. So my assumption would be that they are personally not believing in God and they think it does not hold up to scrutiny. Thus, so help you God. But then, addressed to the listener, come unleashed, you're set free. This must be very cathartic, very empowering for somebody coming out of a toxic religious background into a state of more freedom. But where does science come from? In the 16th century, at the end of the medieval period, a French man named René Descartes had a dream in which an angel told him the conquest of nature is to be achieved by number and measure. And that was the inspiration, the birth of the scientific method of experimentation and measurement. Later, when Darwin released his theory of evolution, a new philosophy came into vogue, a progressive philosophy based on the principle of natural selection, which is towards improvement. They said that the curve of history is upwards, better and better, a perpetual rise. However, Ghost sings, time will soon be gone, as if it is running out. Perhaps the lyrics about a perpetual rise are not a declaration, but a representation of the hubris, of the way people in empires at any given time view history, whilst on the way up to the peak, the presumption is that it will last forever. Saecula saeculorum means ages of ages, like many periods of time, over and over. And history has its rises and its falls, so perhaps this song is about the overconfidence of those who think things cannot get worse. If we look at history, things do not always get better. Sometimes they do get worse, and right turns to wrong. After the peak of ancient Egypt, civilization collapsed. Rome thought it would last forever, but eventually it splintered and disappeared. But their zenith was fading into eternity. However, not the eternity of the future, but the eternity of the past. This song is a cult classic among Ghost fans. It has a dark but dreamlike quality and very intelligent lyrics which can be interpreted in a lot of ways, even more ways than I just explained. I for one am very happy to see it on Spotify at last. Finally, let us pay respect to these videos for their long years of service. Acolytes, until next time.